I want to start this video off by saying I in no way believe that the Eagles should trade Carson Wentz. I'm a big fan of the guy. I think he's under the future of the NFL. But hypothetically, if they could rock with Nick Foles, which they proved in that game yesterday, Nick Foles maybe still has a little bit left in the tank. How much could they get for someone like Carson Wentz? I want your guys' opinions on this whole subject down below. Smash the like button if you guys like these kind of trade videos. I really enjoy doing them because they're interesting for me to be able to see, like, okay, if they traded him, which teams would be interested in how much could they get back? My goal for this is to see how many amazing players I could get for Carson Wentz. I need all you guys to drop a like down below, hit subscribe to the channel if you're on the new. Let's try and hit it. Let's try and hit 560,000 today. If we hit it, there'll be, I don't know if it's possible today, but I'll give away a PS4 tomorrow. I've said that, like, I will. We've never hit the goal, but 560,000, I will do it. Going back here to the main menu, let me just go show you exactly what I'm talking about. So Carson Wentz is an 88 overall in my opinion. I believe that's what he ended with. I had to use the beginning of the year roster because he did, in fact, get hurt. But I'm going to throw him in a trade here right about now. So QB, Carson Wentz, 88 overall. We have Nick Foles as the backup. We're not going to touch him. Now, the needs for the Eagles are middle linebacker, cornerback, and quarterback. So I want to see how many needs can they get satisfied for this. So let's just automatically go for some of the top quarterbacks in the league and see if we can get some of them in exchange. Like, how valuable is this guy to a team? To me, I look at a team like the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think they should be willing to trade a lot for this player. Now, if this goes through, I'll obviously find a way to get him back. But first thing I wanted to see, would they be able to get AJ Boye, Jalen Ramsey? Actually, we should throw in one more guy in this. I should give them someone like decent on the bottom here because it looks like every team is pretty much interested in this guy. So that's a pretty big positive. You can kind of see that every team has some sort of interest in him. But AJ Boye, let's throw in one more person that we might need. We could use a fullback or a right outside linebacker. Let's see. Let's go Telvin Smith. Okay? We'll go these three players. For Carson Wentz, submit the trade, and they are not interested at all in Carson. I don't know what the Blake Bortles situation is, but they are in no way interested in trading those guys. So you couldn't go out and just get a bunch of unbelievable corners, which is completely okay. Totally understanding. I'm going to try a couple different teams' corners, though. Darius Slay is really, really good. Let me throw him into the mix here. I just want to see what the most and how much that he could be worth on the market if they were like, okay, let's shop this guy. Let's see what exactly we can get. Okay, give me a second. I got to find another good trade. Okay, Sherman is like kind of dying down in his career and stuff, I would say. And they also have a lot of really good linebackers. I'm going to go Sherman for Kate. They're not going to be interested in him because they don't need a quarterback. And it's over the salary cap. So that was dumb. A team that needs a quarterback right now would be the Cleveland Browns. So let's go get the Browns and see what we can kind of do from here on this team. Now, if I go to all and their best players, we have guys like Jamie Collins, Zeitler. How bad do they want Carson Wentz? And this is all salary. I hate salary cap, man. I really genuinely do. Do I want to submit this? Yes. First submit. Oh, wow. They're not interested in Carson Wentz. If I were the Browns, I would trade Carson Wentz, or I would trade for Carson Wentz in literally a second. Like, I wouldn't even have to pass go. I would trade for that guy immediately. This is a beginning of the year roster in case you guys are confused by this. Okay, let me go. I'm going to keep searching for trades. Okay, other teams in need of a quarterback. I see a big one would be the Dolphins. Let's just go all out. Let's go for Maxwell and Sue here. Salary cap would be an issue. This one I feel like they would accept straight up. So I don't want to do that just in case they do accept that. Wide receiver. Actually, that's a tight end right there. I want wide receiver Jarvis Landry and Maxwell. This, if I were the Dolphins, I would do this trade any day of the week, and no one's interested. Literally, no one. I don't know if this is accurate or what, but it's saying pretty much, and it's telling me that no one even cares about Carson Wentz. For Maxwell, you couldn't even trade Carson Wentz for an 86 overall cornerback. Now, that is where the game, to me, gets really, really confusing. Now, let's search team needs. Obviously, of the 49ers. This is before they got Jimmy Garoppolo. So let's see, but I guess after they do have a quarterback. So I'm just going to search here for teams with needs. You see the QB, the Jets, obviously, that's a big one. Their team is really, really bad. In my opinion, if I offered them Leonard Williams and Matt Forte, this should be a trade that, without even question, should be accepted. And it's still not.
Nope.
How? In what planet? Is it, like, I'm curious about this. This is Carson Wentz. Don't trade Carson Wentz, Eagles fans. Don't trade this dude because, oh my gosh. Yo, nobody wants him. Even teams that like literally need a quarterback more than anything. This is like team needs, they have it as a quarterback. I don't even care. I know Goff got a lot better, but let's go with the Rams just because we're trying to figure some things out. Huge far-fetched thing here. I'm just going to throw it out there. See, nope. Yeah, we're not even close. So it appears to me at this point, trading a quarterback is just not something. I guess if you were to look, I would say that a team like the Redskins, you could definitely argue that they need a quarterback. I know they have like Kirk Cousins, but is he really like the answer there? And no interest whatsoever. I know we're asking a lot here. If I went just Josh Norman, straight up Carson Wentz, nothing. They have zero interest in Carson Wentz. Oh my gosh. This is one of the weirdest experiments ever. I feel like this makes me question the Madden game a little bit. This makes me question everything. Because, okay, team needs, look for the cornerback or the quarterback yet again. I feel like one of these teams down here. Okay, so we have the, oh yeah, Bears are a great one for this. Okay, let's see. Would they trade just a running back? In my mind, if you have an 88 running back, 88 QB, you accept that trade every day of the week. The Bears are not interested in Carson Wentz. I have no idea how. What about the middle linebacker? We need a middle linebacker. They have it. The trade offer was accepted. So the best deal that I could find was Jarrell Freeman for this dude. Jarrell Freeman was the best offer that in this first little bit that I could find. Now, I want to see trading him back. How valuable is he now to them? So this is like the second kind of test. How much do they actually want Carson Wentz on the team? So if I were to ask for a trade just for Fletcher right off the bat, nope. They would see? Nah, see what I mean? Now the turntables have turned a little bit. Now we're the one fighting for him. Let's submit this one to Brandon Graham. Still no. So now that the Bears have him, they're like really, really hanging on to him completely. That is not even, wow. Okay. What does that say? The Bears are not interested in the players we are offering. Just wow. Okay. Very, very interesting that we might not even be able to get this guy back. That to me is one of the craziest things, that we might not be able to get Carson Wentz back on this team. So I'm just going to have to restart, go back to the main menu, I think. If I'm going to trade him again, let me give him all the needs that they want. Let me give them a left tackle. They want a wide receiver, Jeffrey, and I'll give them a right tackle. I'll give them Lane Johnson. That's literally all their needs met in one beautiful trade just for the quarterback, and still they won't take. So we got to go back and restart, and I have to be able to do better than just Jarrell Freeman. That was very, very anticlimactic. Okay, second attempt here. I decided to increase his overall. Rather than 88, I decided to make him a 90 overall. Just maybe thought it would make him a little bit more intriguing, and I believe at this point in the year he probably is closer to a 90 overall. Back to the Bears. Bears don't really have anyone crazy who I want. I think the Browns should be giving everyone for this guy. Honestly, I think the Browns should be willing to trade their whole team. The trade offer was accepted for Joe Thomas. Let's go. Okay, we're making some headway. There we go. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see right there. The Browns should be trading everyone for this dude. And I'm curious to see if I can't get him back. It's going to be frustrating. No, I don't think we're going to get him back. I don't think he's ever coming back to Philadelphia. I think we're gonna have to redo the thing again. Okay, maybe one more star, and we can get him back on this team. Let's see, they're not really giving us any chance. I gotta go reset. 1 second. Okay, there we go. The trade offer is accepted. We got him back. So we know we can now get Joe Thomas for him, which is like old bones Joe Thomas. Not the most exciting thing in the world. I'd probably much rather the Buccaneers. Curious about Mike Evans straight up. Can we get him for Mike Evans? I obviously need to add a player to that side. Why is he not on here? Okay, let me go back again. Sorry, guys. This like whole Madden 18 franchise mode is so greasy. It's like so incredibly hit and miss. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. So you really, really just have to kind of like play with it. And then eventually it might work out in your favor. So let's go to the Buccaneers. See, we have Mike Evans, their QB at the beginning of the year. Jameis Winston, 83 overall. They're not interested in the QB, so yeah, I don't think we're going to get much there. You think the Cardinals should be somewhat interested in a quarterback just because of everything? Let's offer him straight up Patrick Peterson, not even close. We're not even in the same ballpark when we think Patrick Peterson, so that's not going to happen. I think we maybe maxed out our luck when we went and got that 96 Joe Thomas. Let's look for one more team with quarterback needs, the 49ers. Let's go Navarro Bowman and Joe Staley. They should take this in a heartbeat. They really, really should. Those are two old guys, and they're not even close to interested. That, to me, man, it just doesn't make sense. This whole game makes no sense. The Jaguars are interested. Calais Campbell and Allen Robinson. Let's throw those guys out there, and they do not want him whatsoever. Okay, I'm almost done this video, guys. I think I'm about to take the L. Let's just go Leonard Williams, a young stud. Would they accept that trade? And no, they would not. So let's just sit here and talk for a minute about the whole situation. I in no way believe that the Eagles are going to trade Carson Wentz. I really, really don't. But when a guy performs like Nick Foles did, it's going to open people's eyes. But I think they'd be ridiculous to not keep Carson. I think Nick Foles is the guy you trade. And if you guys want me to do a Nick Foles trade video, I can do that too. I think Nick Foles is the guy that you trade after this season to a team, a desperate team. When in the NFL, there's always desperation. There's always a team that needs something. So like the Cleveland Browns might see Nick Foles and watch that game and be like, okay, he could potentially change the franchise. Let me give me a second round pick or something for him. And the Eagles know that maybe Nick Foles, this is a fluke, good OC job. It's kind of like the Brock Osweiler type thing. Like, I could see him getting shopped around a lot, Nick Foles, at the end of this season. It should be all interesting, though. I'm super excited for the Super Bowl. Honestly, I cannot wait. 2 weeks away. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Super Bowl, some of the best time of the year, as I mentioned in a previous video. God bless you guys. Hit subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next time.